My name is James Turner, I'm 34, and last month, I found out my parents left me nothing in their will. Not a dollar. Not a single belonging. Nothing with my name on it. But trust me, I didn't walk away empty-handed. Because my parents had a secret, and once I found it, everything they tried to hide came crashing down. Part 1. Childhood of Favoritism. Growing up in the quiet suburbs of Portland, Oregon, I always knew my older sister Rebecca was the golden child. Straight-A student, cheer captain, volunteer angel. My parents bragged about her like she invented oxygen. Me. I was the art kid. The one who painted murals in the garage and didn't care about grades the way they wanted me to. Dad used to say, "Rebecca is our pride. James is, well, he's creative." Creative. Their polite way of saying disappointment. Part 2. The distance grows. By the time I turned 18, they stopped pretending. Every holiday, every birthday, every family dinner, Rebecca got the praise, the expensive gifts, the "we're so proud of you." Got. Still doing your little art hobby? Are you ever going to get a real job? Rebecca bought her first house at 26. Look at you still renting. Hurt. More than I ever admitted. So when I moved out at 21, I stopped calling. They didn't seem to notice. Part 3. The phone call that changed everything. 34. My life was finally coming together. I owned a small graphic design studio, had clients in California, and even hired 2 interns. Then I got the call. Mom and Dad had died in a car accident. Just like that. Everything between us, the hurt, the resentment, the silence, turned into a wave of guilt I wasn't ready for. Rebecca handled everything. She barely spoke to me. But I thought, maybe death brings people together. I was wrong. Part 4. The will reading. The lawyer, Mr. Patterson, sat across from us in his office. Desk. Leather chairs. Walls lined with expensive legal degrees. He cleared his throat. The entirety of the Turner estate, including the house, the lake cabin, financial assets, and business interests, is to be inherited by their daughter Rebecca Turner. Waited. There had to be more. Then he continued. James Turner is entitled to nothing. Nothing. Rebecca didn't even look at me. Not once. Part 5. The explosion. What the hell does this mean? Snap. This has to be a mistake. Patterson adjusted his glasses. No mistake. Your parents were very specific. I stormed out. My sister followed me into the hallway with the fakest pity face I've ever seen. I'm sorry, James. They just trusted me more. Trusted. I felt like I got punched. I left without another word. Part 6. The hidden file. 1 week later, I returned to my parents' house for closure. More like torture. I walked into Dad's old home office. And I swear, this room hated me. His trophies. His world's best dad mugs. His beautiful oak desk I wasn't allowed to touch as a kid. I opened the desk drawers out of spite, and found a folder. A folder with my name on it. Inside was a letter. And a deed. A deed to 20 acres of land in Idaho. In my name. Signed when I was 5 years old. Why did they hide this from me? Part 7. The secret. I drove to Idaho the next morning. That land wasn't empty. Not even close. There was a storage barn, old but massive. Inside it were crates. Dozens of them. Filled with my childhood paintings, sealed professionally. Catalogued. Protected. My dad had written, "Save these. He'll understand when he's older." Tears hit the dusty floor before I realized I was crying. They cared. They cared more than I ever knew. And that wasn't all. One crate contained documents. My parents had invested in my art, buying land to one day help me build a studio or gallery. But Rebecca convinced them I didn't want it. She said I hated Idaho. She told them I would waste the land. She manipulated them. Slowly, quietly, for years. They believed her. Part 8. The Revenge. I spent 3 days going through everything. And I discovered something big. My parents' small cleaning business. It became a multi-state commercial company. Rebecca inherited it. But she didn't know. The Idaho land was zoned commercial. Her company needed that land for their new warehouse expansion. Without it, they'd lose a $2.4 million contract. So when she called me, panicked, I was ready. Rebecca. James, I need the land. Please sell it to me. Oh, now you remember I exist. She tried guilt. She tried manipulation. She even tried fake crying. I let her talk. Then I said, you stole my inheritance. So this is me taking mine back. I sold the land. But not to her. I sold it to her competitor. For triple the price. Her company collapsed in 6 months. Part 9, the final letter. The last time I returned to the Idaho barn, I found one final letter from Mom. It said, we love you. You see the world differently. Never change that. I cried again. Not for the loss, but for the truth I finally understood. They did love me. Rebecca was the poison. They were too blind to see it. But I wasn't. Part 10, closure. Rebecca hates me now. But honestly, I'm finally free. My parents' secret gift gave me the chance to build the art center they always wanted for me. And every day when I walk into that studio, I remember them, not the will, not the favoritism, not the pain, just them. And the truth they left behind.